Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/slash JustNoMil. In today's episode, MIL posts our whole lives on FB. MIL rude about the way my wedding pictures look. MIL does not let my long-distance husband move in with me. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. MIL posts our whole lives on FB. Hubby and I have been married for almost a year. MIL has been causing problems since we were engaged last June. Seems to be a big flip, as before that it seemed like we got along great, but now I recognize that was basically grooming. There have been tons of issues, but one that just keeps coming up is her Facebook posts. I have never been much for social media, so I have two issues with it. 1, I am not sure how much of my life I want publicized, and 2, often she announces things before we get to. I hate people seeing my life through her eyes. But I don't know how much of my reaction is legitimate. I can't put a finger on exactly why I don't want things about me on the internet. How much is my desire for privacy legitimate? How much is my desire to frame the narrative of my own life legitimate? If you're interested in the drama. 1, she posted when hubby, then fiancé, graduated from Marine Corps OCS before he could announce it, posted pictures of me and him that I didn't want online. When he confronted her, she wouldn't remove it but did eventually remove the pictures of me. She threatened not to attend our wedding the night before, while we were in the midst of last-minute COVID adjustments that were absolutely insane, because she wanted pictures on our wedding day of just family, red, groom's family, minus bride, and hubby told her it wasn't happening. Not directly a FB post, but relevant because those are the pictures she wanted to put on FB. Still came, but tried to manipulate our photographer and made so much drama. She posted pictures she took of our wedding on her cell, table details, bad picture of our first dance, cake cutting, etc., with a caption that included, "I'll probably get in trouble for posting this, hee." We saw it on our day to fly back from our 4-day honeymoon and immediately confronted. Huge hassle to get her to take it down. After being almost no contact for a while, she stalked our photographer, found our actual wedding photos, blocked me on FB, and used them in a passive-aggressive Mother's Day post. I felt very stolen from. I haven't even put them on my own FB because I feel so much tension around them. Posted about him getting sick and not being able to walk at his college graduation. Not the kind of info he is comfortable having online. Most recently, hubby commissioned as a second lieutenant in the United States Marine Corps. Invited her to the ceremony, after much deliberation. Still manipulates hubby into having a picture of just family, read, no wife allowed, taken. Hubby somehow does not pick up on this and asks me to take it. I took the picture because I wouldn't give her the satisfaction of publicly creating tension that would prove I'm not a good wife or whatever. Hubby made it explicitly clear that he was intending to announce his commissionee to extended family via Facebook and he would not appreciate her posting any pictures or information. Next day, he starts getting Facebook messages from mutual friends with Mil congratulating him. He goes to her page and is restricted / can no longer view her posts. So, pretty clear what's happened, even though we can't see it, and I would bet some real cash that that picture of just family is included. Not sure how to move forward, as she still has contact with other siblings and can sometimes get info from them. We have just moved and had some plans change, so I'm not sure whether to expect a post even though we now couldn't see it and are trying to avoid sharing info. We're also low-key hoping for a baby to announce in the next year, so that is definitely another reason it's on my mind. Oh boy. 1. Tell her nothing until you tell everyone else. When she complains, shrug. You know, there are things we want to announce. You don't respect that, so you don't get the inside scoop. We may or may not review this next year. 2. Lock down all social media so all she sees is a blank page. Even then, keep photos to a minimum. 3. You aren't family. Like someone else said, you and eventual child are a package deal. You and DH should be a package deal. 4. She needs to be on an information diet. Only let her hear it from others, find out who feeds the troll. Beware, though. Trolls are cranky when hungry. 5. Her phone stays in the car. She doesn't need it indoors, or at events. She'll complain. Piffle. She earned it. Finally, welcome to the family of military wives, past and present. We are each other's shoulder, armor, ear, and heart. Your MIL is in for quite a shock when she tries to make demands. Make sure his paperwork reflects you as legal next of kin. That makes for a wonderful crash barrier for end runs. Welcome aboard, sister. Semper Fi. Don't tell her anything until after you've already told everyone else you want to tell, and post it on social media yourself. Stop inviting her to events that you know she'll end up taking a bunch of pictures, excluding you from them, and then posting them after being told not to. Info diet. Don't tell her about plans or personal info. In terms of baby stuff, don't announce to her until you're ready to announce to the world. Don't send her pictures you don't want online. Restrict or block her from social media and restrict her from seeing posts of your baby, if you're posting at all. Don't tell her when you go into labor or she'll post about how she's about to be a grandma and will announce the birth before you. Don't share ultrasound photos or medical info. Absolutely no pictures with your baby where she purposely excludes you. Boundaries on visits. Report photos if she does post them online and have them removed as unauthorized photos of a minor. She's been given enough chances and she does whatever the bleep she wants. Time for consequences. When you get pregnant, let her hear about it through social media. Same after the birth. Obviously you can't trust her with any info. She's a sneaky narcissist. I would say to contact FB admins and report her profile/account as having photos you did not give permission to post and she is using her blocking feature to keep you from reporting her. Might not do much good, but it is an avenue to try. I think you have a husband problem. Even after everything that you put that she has done to both of you, he still enabled her. I think you need to ensure that you are both completely on the same page, and then maybe a period with NC with her might help you both. I'd start watermarking everything with posting to social media prohibited by copyright holder or some sh*t, so it's clear she's a thief. Ooh. That is an idea. I suppose then it may even be easier to report even if she cropped it out and posted it. Stop giving her ammo. Put her on an info diet. Big hug from a fellow oversharing MIL victim. You have the right to block her and demand your information removed from her posts. The fact that she blocked you in order to share pictures you paid for and you did not want to publicly share, says all you have to know. She is abusive and insensitive. MIL rude about the way my wedding pictures look. So I sent my MIL some of the wedding pictures. Her only response was the photographer just kept snapping away, my eyes were blinking, out of focus, nothing positive. I did not respond. A couple of days later she calls me and says I know a lot about photography. She was never a photographer, she had a nice camera and took pictures of her children when they were younger, that's it. I know about composure, positioning, lighting etc., and these pictures just look washed out. A photographer is supposed to professionally edit them. They need to be edited. Just kept going on about how they look washed out. I shut her down and said I like my wedding pictures, I'm fine with them. She then texted texted me and said I was just trying to express how the photographer needs to edit them a little bit, that's all. I was mad at this point and said I like my wedding photos, sorry you don't like the ones of you. I paid for the photographer and think he did a great job and I am happy with them. Every photographer has their own style. MIL, don't internalize it and take it personal, they're gorg, just need professional editing. Just being honest. Me, they are professionally edited. Just wish you would be more positive. She is crazy. Who says this? Everyone I sent pictures to responded something positive like they are beautiful, thanks for sharing, it was an amazing beautiful day, etc. She never said anything like this. You aren't overreacting. SHE is overreaching. You will never be right, and she must have the last word. It's all about control. Right. Look, my wedding, my photos. Not that I asked for your opinion, but I happen to like them. MIL fusses some more. Well, we are all entitled to our opinion, and mine is that they are quite lovely. More squawking. Well, if you're that good, get out your gear and open your own business. Existing ones are so overbooked. Oh, my. I am so sorry. I just realized that you seem to have the last word. Here, MIL, I shouldn't have taken that. You may now have the last word. At this point, you stop texting or talking. Do not hang up, just lay your phone down, go get a cold beverage and turn on the TV. Check back later. If she's still yelling at you for being whatever, let her. If your phone is silent, make sure you kill the call from your end. Then ghost out until the next day. It worked for me on calls gone bad, in Facebook exchanges, private chats. The interlocutor usually freaks out when you quite literally let them have the last word. They aren't used to being called out and given control, then they realize you took control. Sometimes, you can smell the fried synapses for miles. No, you aren't overreacting. A few responses I can think of. You've shared with me how you feel, MIL, I expressed my understanding, we disagree, why do you keep bringing it up? I get it, MIL, why do you keep bringing it up? What are you expecting to happen after repeating, again, that you don't like the pictures? What is the outcome here, MIL? But I'm in a sketchy mood, and that's what I always wanted to ask my MIL when she would continually bring things up like my dog had gained weight. She hadn't. It wasn't until I finally turned to her and said, she's not getting bigger, maybe you're getting smaller, that she stopped. When they push hard enough against what they think is a door, they should learn it's a wall. OP, you are a far nicer person than I am. I would have deadpan to her face say, I remember the day clearly and these photos improved everyone's look so much, we all look amazing compared to how we usually look. Read, you look better in the pics than real life, MIL, that is what she has a problem with, she couldn't outshine the bride, smiley face. I am sure you looked wonderful and don't give in to her BEC moment. Not overreacting, op. You know she's a control freak. And while we're just being honest, checks watch, I have a few things to share, I know a lot about, now don't internalize it, just some constructive feedback on your interpersonal skills and emotional IQ. Everyone needs to polish these from time to time. Some people just can't share in other people's happiness, and instead find ways to ruin it. SMH. Sorry for your MIL's crappy attitude, OP, but congratulations on your big day. Who even cares? If the photos were done by a child that happened to be there and you feel like they are the most glorious wedding photos ever, they are. There is no need to piss on someone's parade if they are clearly proud of it. She fancies herself a professional photographer and is pissed you didn't pay her to take pictures. Seriously, MIL is going to find something wrong with everything you do, so please don't argue with her. It isn't about the pictures, it's about power and control. Start practicing shutdowns now because she's gonna critique everything you do, say etc. into the future. I bet she was just a whole lot of gracious at your wedding. If MIL's a pro, I'll eat my hat. Composition, not composure, is the correct term. Petty Me says anytime she cooks stuff I would go, it's good, it could just use some more flavor. It's good though, don't worry. And then smile and continue eating. Like, your food is great, could be better, but it's great. MIL does not let my long-distance husband move in with me. So soon after my husband, 24, and I, 25, got married, I had to go back to my job abroad in Taiwan. The plan was for him to join me after he graduates in December. But now, his MIL is constantly telling him not to go and that she will cut him off financially if he does. TBH, that part is fine, cause he'll have a job here and I really don't want him to be accepting anything from his parents, but she goes on and on to say that she's getting sick and crying all the time because of him and having to see a therapist and that she might do something bad to herself if he joins me here. Now look, I know Taiwan has some conflicts. However, this is his choice. And I think his mom has some serious problems and is just downright controlling and emotionally abusive. He's about to be 25, so I don't understand why she babies him so much. So now, he has this huge guilt and responsibility over the health of his mom. I'm not sure what to even say because I can't just be like, yeah, F her health and suicidal thoughts. I mean, if something were to happen, I'd feel responsible as well. Edit. I am American. He's Peruvian. I'm just in Taiwan for work purposes. We have nothing to do with Asian culture. Only Hispanic. Edit. He's always chosen me over his mother. She didn't want us to be together and he still did despite that, and we got married despite her objections. He was in the middle of the visa process, but we're both just hesitant as we don't know my MIL's next move. MIL doesn't let. Actually, this ought to be, new DH allows his mother to guilt him into not joining me. He's making a choice. Now you need to make a choice. It sounds like he's not mature enough to be married. His mom absolutely sounds manipulative and he probably needs to stop sharing his plans with her, such as they are his plans. If he's leaning towards not moving with you, which seems to be implied in your post, I think you need to proceed as if he is not going to do that and ask yourself some difficult questions. If he does not move to be with you, his wife, is this someone you can see yourself sustaining a marriage with? How long would you be comfortable with him delaying coming to be with you before you'd consider an end to the relationship? 1 year, 5 years, when she croaks. I don't mean to be flip, but don't want to be in a situation where he runs to her and breadcrumbs you into years of distance under the misbegotten optimism that your MIL will one day be okay with him prioritizing his wife. I completely agree with this. Please read this comment up. Good luck. She is manipulative. I'd call her bluff, she is crazy. Your husband needs to be a husband now and not a son. By the time I was his age I had been on my own for 7 years. He can't bring himself to unlatch from her tit, you'll need to throw the baby out with the bathwater. This isn't a matter of MIL not letting, it's a matter of not doing. This, OP. He needs to decide if he wants to be your husband or just her baby boy. He can FaceTime her and be in contact from across the world. It is not abandonment. It's growing up and leaving home like a normal person. She's being manipulative and he's going to have to get a stiff spine and stand up to her if he wants to be married. Taiwan also has beef noodle soup, though. Why doesn't she want the best for her boy? Your subject line needs to be, husband chooses not to move with me in order to make his mother happy, because that's what is really happening here. Do you enjoy being the other woman in your own marriage? Your husband is married to his mommy. You say he's always chosen you over her, but she told him not to live with you and he said yes. She doesn't have the power to let or not. He is choosing and he is not choosing you. Mad trophy wives comment all of it, OP. OP, you need to ask DH why he has not taken her to a doctor and relayed her threats and health complaints. If she is serious, a doctor is who helps, not a passive son who refuses to upset mommy. Good luck ever actually being married with this dynamic. LOL, my mom went nuts and made me choose my husband or her, and that's how my husband and I were on the street in the middle of the night in Spain with all of our belongings. Point is, he chose you. He couldn't choose who his mother is, but his mom can either win and break his heart in the process or lose and let her son be happy, but the choice is really his. However, don't wait too long, look out for yourself, as well. I'd say set a date where a decision must be made. Is he coming or not? Then move on with the choice. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.